Hello and welcome back and happy 4th of July. I wanted to get this video out to you guys on the 4th of July and show you this fun, quick and easy vinyl wrap, slap a decal on there kind of tumbler that I made with the new pack from 311 Co. And it was a bushel and a peck Nicole Mantooth designed this package. This was pretty cool. These were like white stars. I can't wait to do something with them. And excuse me, I've been dealing with a little bit of a cold, but I've been thinking that 4th of July, but I've also been thinking that the Olympics. So these will be really a lot of fun for anybody that has that really red, white, and blue USA kind of feel, and that wants to have something during the Olympics or just in general, you know, that it has a good vibe, especially during the summertime. There's just something about it. So these were the different vinyl sheets that were coming in there. These two were transparent, and then they had the white print for the stripes, so you could definitely do something fun for like a see-through glitter moment and that kind of thing. Now these were the opaque vinyl sheets. This one was pretty cool. This is the one that I decided to go with, although I wanted to do all of them, but I wanted to get a video out to you guys. If you did get this pack, this is something that you could probably do within a day, and you'd have something over the weekend to do something for fun for the weekend. So this one was really cool. I loved the flowers and the red, white, and blue of the flowers. I have something like that on my website as well. This one was cute. It had like a book or something kind of pages. It was very romantic kind of. It would make a really beautiful feminine kind of USA, or just in general, just going with those colors. This one I did another video, which I will be releasing probably in the next day or two, and that one I did with a handle tumbler, a 32-ounce thing from Tipsy Magnolia. This one was really fun. I wrapped a hot pot in this. I did a video of it, but I'm not sure that I'll actually come out with a video of it. It was just very awkward in doing it, but I was able to wrap it, and it was very cool because that design was so busy that I was able to you know, wrap the whole thing in there and get a good wrap. This was the just typical, you know, leopard print. I thought was really cool, and you could definitely do something with that at any point, at any time. These decals were the UTDF, if I'm saying that right. This was the first time that I've actually used those, so I kind of messed up a little bit in how I took it off and now I put it on, but I'm learning. They are a little bit different than what I'm used to, and so it is a tiny bit of a learning curve. But anyways, this was the pack that came from 311 Co. With a bushel and a peck Nicole Mantooth. I will link her channel. She has some adorable tumblers that she puts together and some creative ideas, and this little pack here was really nice and fun, and I'm very excited to use it just for anything. I think the red, white, and blue is always a good choice. A lot of teams have red, white, and blue, so you could definitely do that. So like I said, I chose this vinyl here because I just felt like it had that rustic, manly kind of feel to it, and it would just be more of like a unisex type of style that anybody could carry. I picked a 30-ounce. A lot of times I do this a 30-ounce because the vinyl, I just want to get a full look of the vinyl, and a lot of times when you're doing a little 20-ounce, you miss some of the pattern and that kind of thing. I also love doing the 35-ounce, but anyways, I'm trimming off the edges here because I've had issues with that in the past, so I just try to get a really clean feel for what the pattern is and how it goes around and that kind of thing. So I did try to decide whether or not I wanted, because there was like a silvery side to it, and then like a darker kind of titanium look to the color, and so I just decided that I wanted that silver because I really liked the diamond cut. The diamond cut was in the darker color too, but I really liked that you could see it a lot better in that silver, so that's why I chose that side. But I mean, that's literally just a preference kind of thing. So as you saw there, I took my little pencil and I just kind of marked a little line so that I could cut it so that we could have a little bit of excess and we wouldn't use the whole thing and cut it up and that kind of thing. So this is just a basic vinyl wrap. I'm going to try to do this as straight as possible because there's lines, but it is a little bit of, you know, kind of a busy pattern, but it's still, I just feel like it needs to be as straight as I can get it. You know, of course, it's not always possible to get it as straight as possible, but you know. Anyways, I took my pencil there and I ran it over my Cami Page Boutique little cradle there. I just ran it there so that I could get a straight line. This is me putting it on that straight line, and then I'm wrapping it around to make sure that we are looking fairly decent in our wrap and whether or not it is going to come around and not be completely askew. So I felt like we had a pretty good wrap going on there, pretty good lineup. I wish I would have had my big squeegee, but it was over across the room and I was ready to wrap. So anyways, I just used my fingers. So I just tried to make sure to not get as many bubbles as I possibly could. I did not want any bubbles. So I trimmed off that last bit there, and then I'm going to just take my sharp X-Acto knife and I'm going to take off that excess and just make a complete straight line going down there. I knew I was going to have a seam. There was really no way around it with this look, with the straight lines and that kind of thing. So I just leaned into it and said, we're just going to have a seam. I mean, sometimes you just have to say there's going to be a seam. Anyways, I also trimmed that off to get rid of excess bulk too. You don't want that on there when you're putting coats of epoxy. When I sliced this, I went a little askew, whatever. Anyways, so I cut off a little piece of it and filled that little hole in there, and there was none the wiser. You really could not tell at all because we already had that seam. But yeah, that was something I was not expecting. So I'm going to trim the edges just to kind of get that excess off, and then I'm going to use my Cami Page Boutique cutter to trim the edge of the bottom and the top. So I was checking that I was in the center on the other side by that seam. This is where I messed up. Do not trim this off, right? Because it doesn't matter. I was thinking of it as a decal in the sense that I usually don't want the excess clear, but there is no clear happening here, right? So when you take that backing off, I got a little bit, it kind of pulled away a little bit. So you want to be really super careful when you're dealing with these. Be a lot more gentler than I was. And then also removing the backing and just putting it on there needs to be just with a little bit more care. I didn't realize that there's like, it's almost like a 3D thing, right? So the print is like elevated, and it's like a piece, right? So instead of when you have a decal, it's just printed on that plastic piece and then you're just putting it on there like that. This is like a physical ink or something. I don't know. It's very hard to explain, but when you feel it and see it and deal with it, you understand. So then I was trying to fix what I did as far as messing up the America part, but that's beside the point. The point of this tumbler and this video basically right now is to show you how easy and fast it is to just do a vinyl wrap and then put one of these decals on there, and bam, like 2 coats of epoxy and you are done, and you have a cute fun tumbler that you could either take on vacation, or you could you know, throw at somebody for a gift or something like that. You know, not physically throw it, but you know what I'm saying, toss them a gift if you want. So that's kind of why. But with these UTDF things, you need to be a lot more careful than I was. So literally, I'm going to show you the 2 coats of epoxy that I put on here. This is the first coat of epoxy. I did have a little bit of sanding and things like that after this coat was done. This is just the first part of that first coat that I put on there. It is a little bit more difficult to put on there. This one was after I did a little bit of sanding. I sanded the rim. I sanded a little bit of the bottom. I tried not to get as much of the stainless steel on the bottom as possible, but I was trying to create a full final coat that was adhering itself to the stainless steel instead of the actual epoxy or vinyl or anything like that. So but that was it. It was 2 coats. It was open the box, wrap it, put a decal on there, and bam, here you go. We have our finished product. This has a very military, very, you know, 4th of July freedom kind of feel to it. But I think with any of those vinyls that you have in that pack, you could definitely go a totally different, more calm, sweet, pretty route. I just was feeling this vibe. I don't know why, but I really liked the God Bless America with the flag and then the other flag, and then, you know, put a flag on a flag on a flag. But anyways, please like and subscribe and comment down below and let me know what you think. Please have a happy and safe 4th of July, and I'll see you next time.